Hey, bon dia, everyone. I hear I'm in between you and lunch, so I can feel the restlessness. And obrigada, Rodrigues. I'm learning a little bit Portuguese while I'm here. So thank you for joining us today. In the next 20 minutes, we're going to talk about one of the most pressing challenges that we have today, cybersecurity, and how that is an inspiring opportunity for us. You heard a lot about AI today, and as we are building the future, we have to realize that there cannot be any AI transformation without security transformation. So let's get right into it. We don't have to look too far from the headlines of today to understand the pressing challenges. And it's not happening anywhere far away in the world. It's happening right here in Portugal. It's happening right here in Europe. Every day, there are breaches. It's no longer a game of nation state. It's also cybercrime. Today, trillions of dollars are impacted by cybercrime. 8.5 trillion in 2023. And this number is expected to exceed more than 20 trillion in the next few years. Today, cybercrime is not just about government to government, but it's about the small and medium business that is in your neighborhood. So what are we going to do about that? Here are some statistics from the front lines of security. Everywhere you look, there's an escalation of attacks. The speed, the scale, the sophistication of attacks is compounded. We're seeing a 10x increase in identity-related attacks just year over year in the same time frame. We're tracking more than 300 unique nation-state actors at Microsoft. And with AI coming, 1 in every 3 decision makers is worried about what that means from a data security standpoint. Security is a together game. And Microsoft cannot do this without you all. And here's our approach to security. There are 4 pillars. First starts with threat intelligence. Second, comprehensive security. And the third and the fourth are related to a topic that we are entrenched in the age of AI, which is how do we use AI to do great security? All of these form a flywheel of better defense. The more you see, the more you can detect, and the more you can protect. And the more you protect, the safer it is to use, which allows you to get that visibility. Let's get into the pillars one by one, starting with threat intelligence. Microsoft processes 65 trillion signals every day. That's a lot. And that's important because you cannot protect what you don't see. Ransomware as a gig economy is alive and thriving right here around us. And if you feel you're not vulnerable to attacks, let me assure you we are. Every single person, every single organization. These signals are important, and that coupled with the human intelligence that we see, as well as the customers and the partners that we work with on insights, is going to be critical for us to protect our world. And that signal intelligence is used to power our end-to-end portfolio. We need comprehensive protection. So why do we need that? Can you imagine locking your house and having 7 locks on a door and then leaving your window open for someone to jump in? Well, that's kind of what comprehensive security means. I get a lot of questions from people, well, I have the best security on my devices, or my identity is secure. Great, what about your data? How are you thinking about insider risk? What happened to your devices? You've got to think about all these things as one holistic whole. Microsoft is integrating 50+ categories today, and we bring it to life in 6 product families, which protect you comprehensively. From attack protection externally, to insider risk, governance, with all our regulations coming in, identity-related attacks, device management, across platforms, not just the Microsoft platforms, but also Google and Azure, Google and AWS, as well as all platforms, Android, Linux, iOS, and more. This true end-to-end protection with those signals can protect you comprehensively so you are better prepared for building your future. And then we have the third superpower, and it indeed is a superpower. I know we talk about generative AI bringing so much to our world, elevating our human potential, creating new opportunities for everyone, accelerating the pace of innovation. But I do believe security is one of the best use cases of Gen AI. It creates a force multiplier. And that is where our co-pilot for security comes in. Our CEO, Satya Nadella, one of the main reasons that I am in security at Microsoft today, announced the age of co-pilots. And in this age of co-pilots, Copilot for security is a critical solution. Because this solution can help you protect yourself at machine speed and scale. This Copilot for security has a couple of really magical things about it. It uses OpenAI ChatGPT-4 models, so the very latest innovation in OpenAI, and that is coupled with a Microsoft security-specific model, which is based on all that threat intelligence that we have. It's grounded on that. It learns from that, so it can know what these attackers are up to. It has security skill set. It knows how to do things like threat protection, knows how to do things like reverse engineering of code, some very technical skills. So anybody can be a defender. One of the biggest challenges in security is talent shortage. We have 4 million jobs that are unfulfilled. And that's a problem. I look at our younger generation. I have an 18-year-old daughter and a 13-year-old son, and I wish they would choose security and wish they would choose to become a defender. But it's really hard for them. It's hard to learn. And that's where AI is going to play such a critical role. It's going to inspire our future generations to do better security. That's why we've built this. And what it does is it answers anything you need about security, but it goes a step beyond, because it helps you to protect yourself. It gives you guided responses to know what you need to do if you don't have those answers. And as a result, it not only addresses the talent shortage, but it also helps you stay one step ahead of the attackers. Perhaps for the first time, we can change the asymmetry on the cybersecurity battlefield. Cyber has become a perfect weapon in so many ways. And perhaps we can work together to change this asymmetry with AI. We're going to integrate this into our entire portfolio, and we're going to offer that to you so then you can use it and reduce the barriers for cybersecurity. The last two things I want to touch on related to how we are doing responsible AI, because that's important as we build AI and as we develop solutions from the ground up, and what we're doing to expand our solutions so you can see if there are people in your organizations that are using unauthorized AI applications. I have been in Europe for the last couple of days, was in Spain before I came to Portugal, and something top of mind for people is, hey, in our organization, employees are using AI, so how do we protect against that? So that's what we're going to talk about. First and foremost, when we develop AI applications, Microsoft is putting a tremendous amount of innovation as well in security. In fact, we're going to open up an AI innovation hub right here in Portugal, and responsible AI is going to be a key part of that. These are the 6 pillars, not only security and privacy, but fairness and inclusion. We have to make sure that diversity is a key component of the AI conversation that we're talking about, and we take that into consideration. And we are going a step beyond, because in addition to the AI, we're also making sure that we have the foundations that are secured. Whether it's writing code, from that first line of code, making sure that you have a secure development cycle, whether it's identities, that you're securing your most precious data, because once someone gets access to your identities, it's very hard to catch them. Or whether it's just working together as a community on vulnerabilities and making sure that we can respond to them really quickly, making sure that we can address them really quickly. That Secure Future initiative with responsible AI is the foundations of how we are changing the development of AI and going beyond. Right here in Europe, there's a new set of regulations which are coming to bear that we all need to understand. And we see this as an opportunity from Microsoft's standpoint for doing better security, in particular, using risk-based assessments to really secure and govern AI. And as an example, Copilot for Security is leading the way here. We have built privacy and security right into the heart of it. We are aligning with the regulations, and we are partnering with public sector organizations across the world on how do we really fortify security. The last part of my session today. In addition to building great security right into the AI tools and protecting comprehensively, we have to expand that to make sure that each of the tools you use as part of your security portfolio can secure and govern AI. And that's what Microsoft is working on. Everything from understanding your AI apps, understanding whether it's authorized, understanding whether you can block it or not, to understanding what is the data that you are serving into your copilots and other AI apps, and how do you protect it? What happens if financial information in your organization gets accessed by an employee, or HR information, or privacy information? You've got to have guardrails for that. That's what we are building. And then lastly, how do we make sure that all of this data, you are making sure you're complying with the latest regulations? Our end-to-end portfolio now brings that to life. We offer you tools like Defender, where you can see what AI apps are being used by your employees, and Purview, where you can use sensitivity labeling, as well as data controls, so you can comply with your latest regulations. I'll pause here. As I come to a close, indeed, we have an exciting future ahead. I was in the back room, and I was talking to Rodrigo, and I was inspired to see the younger generation taking such a front stage. But it's up to us on how we are going to secure this future and build this future. Perhaps in our lifetimes, we have the most consequential tool, AI. We've gone through many industrial revolutions together. The recent ones around mobility, mobile phones, internet. But before that, our ancestors have gone through fundamental transitions, the steam engine, electricity. And we get to define this next revolution, because AI is a tool which can think with us. It's an ally, it's a co-pilot. But no person or organization can do this alone. It's a team sport, just like security is. So I invite you to join me in this beautiful future that we get to create, so that we can lead with optimism and hope and bring AI to all and security for all in a responsible way. Thank you very much, and enjoy your lunch.